Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 8 of the Above Average World League. This week, our matchup is going to be a little bit of a mix-up from last week where we had OVO Bandit and Speedy Red Raider going up against Perched FPS and Air Expert. This week, we're going to be swapping Expert and Speedy Red Raider, so it's going to be Perched FPS and Speedy Red Raider going up against OVO Bandit and Air Expert. Now, the combination of OVO Bandit and Air Expert, be aware of that because they have played 3 series, they have played 11 maps, and they've only lost 3 maps. So as a team, they're 8-3 together, which is a very good record to have as a team, especially playing in 3 series, and they've only lost 1 series. So that being said, their teamwork could be a very good matchup in this series just because they are good teammates and they have played well in the past whenever they played with each other. On the other side, though, you see a little bit of a different Speedy Red Raider as from what they faced in the first week and the third week, or fourth week whenever they played. You see him last week play a very good Respawn and S&D, having a 2.25 S&D KD, and then coming into this week, we may see the same thing. He's playing better. Like I said last week, he's starting to enjoy the game more, and if that's the case, and he's able to play on the same level he is last week, then he could very well win this series because he's got Perched FPS on his team, who, as we know, is one of the best slayers in the AAWL, although we did see a down week from him last week. I do still feel like he'll be able to step up and perform a lot better this week, but I don't know that he feels like he has to carry I don't know if he feels like he has to play as well because now he has Speedy Red Raider as opposed to Air Expert, who we've seen drop off some games, whereas Speedy Red Raider has been playing very well this last week. This week's key player matchup is going to be between Speedy Red Raider and OVO Bandit. Now, if you look at those numbers right there, Speedy Red Raider has the 1.21 respawn and the 1.2 for OVO Bandit, so a very good respawn matchup between them two. But looking at the S&Ds, it's just a little bit different. A 2.25 for Speedy Red Raider and a 1.0 for OVO Bandit. So last week we obviously saw a huge performance from Speedy Red Raider in the one S&D they played. He ended up going 9-4 and just 6-6 for OVO Bandit. So while they did team last week and they did kind of dominate that S&D, it was a very good performance from them both. And I'm expecting to see the same thing this week. We know that Speedy Red Raider has been playing well and that he has the gun skill to lead in a respawn as well as an S&D, whereas on the other side, OVO Bandit is one of the best players in the league, and he just has that consistent level of being able to play well and play strong, and he can take over an S&D when he needs to. So your maps for this week are going to be Scorch Hardpoint, Throwback S&D, Precinct Uplink, Throwback Hardpoint, and Retaliation S&D. So let's go ahead and skip forward a couple maps and look at that Precinct Uplink. This is OVO Bandit's best map by far in the AAWL. He has a 1.3 KD and 2-0 record on it, and last time he played it, he called in a Warden and ended up on like an 11 or 12 kill streak. So really just a great map for him, and that is a map that I could very well look for his team to take, and if they win the first 2, then obviously that is a map that they love to have as map 3 because they can close out the series, or they could potentially pick that up and go up 2-1 or get the first one to start the reverse sweep. So either way, that's a perfect map for them to have because that is, as I said, OVO Bandit's best map, and Air Expert's one of his better uplink maps as well. And while he's not in the key player matchup, I think this matchup is truly going to come down to how Air Expert plays. The key player matchup, I'm just kind of looking to see who's able to outperform the other because we know that both of them can come out and perform at the top of their ability. I'm just looking to see who's going to do that. Whereas Air Expert, I'm waiting for him to perform this series. I really expect him to come up and play big, and if he does, then his team can win the series easy. But if he's the one that's lagging behind and not having good maps, then he could very well be the reason they lose. So be looking out for that because that could be a huge difference maker in this series. Also, as a fair warning, I'm terribly sorry, but whenever I was recording the AAWL, I forgot to change the overlay system I had in my Elgato, so my face cam is covering up the scoreboard. I'm terribly sorry about that. I won't let it happen again, but I still hope you enjoy the maps. And on that note, it looks like they're loading into that Scorch Hardpoint right now, so let's go and get you right into it. Here we go, Map 1, Scorch Hardpoint. We're going to be starting off with OVO Bandit right here, and let's just get right into it. This is going to be a very good series in my mind, and I'm just eager to see this get started. Air Expert picks up the first kill on Speedy Red Raider. He gets naded right there. He's about to get challenged. Oh, he gets the kill on Perched. Oh, so the quick 2, the quick 3 to start this off. So it is no kills yet for the side of Slipperies. They start off 0-1 and 0-2. Air Expert picks up another one. And yet the other teammates right there behind him. And they get that kill as well. So a 4-0 start and almost a perfect hold so far on this middle hill for Breezy. Got Expert started off on a 4 streak. And while he did kind of scoot to the back to try and get these spawns, it looks like Perst and Speedy Red Ritter are already here to lock them down. As Speedy Red Ritter picks up the first kill for his team. And just that scrap time. Perst now knows he has one more here. And he's going to get that kill. So they are going to get the first time on this back turbine hill as they lose the first 42 seconds on that middle bridge hill. Got OVO Bandit coming up top. He's only 1-1 right now. He's got both characters in front of him. He's able to pick up one, some bad timing there. And he gets the second one as well, so an easy 2-piece to break the hill. And he is going to lock down probably about the next 15, 20 seconds of this, and the next 30 if they're able to hold down the rest of this time. You got Perst watching elbow. He's got one coming in, 2 behind him, and they have an easy kill. He decides to check. And there's one. Speeder Raider gets one. Oh, the nade from Bandit. And the second kill from Bandit as well. So he does lock down this last time in the hill. He gets the lucky grenade. And then the nice kill right there on Perst. So on a 5-1 on a 4 streak, they now have a 50-point lead going into this back hanger. Expert gets one. And Perst is able to trade out. So he's going to be able to get some time here. And Bandit is going to go all the way through the back. It looks like Expert did spawn close. So that is going to be helpful. Checking this back window. Perst gets one. Expert now just a kill away from the Trinity. He gets that. He's now another kill from the bombardment. No, he gets cut down. So Speedy Rivera gets that kill. He's able to lock down this hill. Able to get a second one. And right here, they're getting a good hill right here. This is one of your money hills to where if you're able to lock it down, you can just keep pushing them out and get a full 60, which is just about what they're going to do right here, especially if they're able to hold the rest of this time. Oh, he's still able to snap on Expert. So, oh, Speedy Red Raider. On a 4 streak right now. He is snapping going into this drill hill right now, as they now have not come back entirely, but they are much more in the game than they were 2 hills ago. Oh, he is cut down by the grenade. You're seeing a good performance out of OVO Bandit right now. 8-3. Air Expert picks up 1. So Speeder Raider cuts down Bandit. And it looks like they should be able to break this drill hill easy enough. No, Expert gets 1. Perst isn't there to trade. Perst is nowhere close enough to trade, and they are going to lock down the last. Oh no, Perst gets the 2. So they are going to break this and get the last 20 seconds here. So we saw Speeder Ritter go on a little bit of that streak there to get to 8-8. So as we start this second rotation of hills, let's go for listening with Team Slippery.
Once they're back, peeking.
Oh shoot.
Yep.
Let's go. I'm watching cave.
Alright, I got this side.
One's going there top.
Go on this side.
Cave, I hit him once. I spawned turbine.
Ah, fuck. That's one turbine. Let's go. Ah, fuck.
Gage is in the corner. Just stay. Don't even push. Don't push at all. I spawned all the way out, bro.
Alright. Oh shit,
I can try and kill Gage.
So coming out of that listening, you do see them have a pretty nice hill right there on that middle bridge hill, and now they have spawns for this turbine. So a good break from them there, and a really good hold. You see the Trinity come in as well for OVO Bandit, I believe it was, and he's not able to get anything. He just pushed him out of the hill, and ultimately, really not a whole lot comes out of it except for 10-15 seconds. So Speeder Raider picks up another 2-piece. He started off 3-6, I believe, and now he's just come roaring back, 15-10, and he's really just playing phenomenally right now. 15-10 on a 4 streak, about to get a 5th kill, I would imagine. Oh, Hirsch steals it from him right there. So they now have surpassed Breezy, and going into there's the 5th kill. So Speeder Raider's really just feeling himself right now, just 25 points away from the Trinity, already 3/4 of the way to his kinetic. And as we go into this back lab hill for the second time, let's go for an listening with Breezy to see how they kind of try and hold this hill and get their lead back.
He's weak. Back there. Trade. I'll fall him back. Anybody else?
Mine's hallway. Oh fuck, just kidding, he's wall run. He went bottom.
One's old. One's mid. They're like opposite sides. I spawned an elbow.
So an alright hold right there from Team Breezy. They are able to get themselves back into the game a little bit, but as you see, Speeder Raider has the bombardment and the Trinity, and he's just 2 kills away from his kinetic now, so that could come in huge as they attempt to close this game out, while Breezy has taken over the lead. They now lead by about 10 points. It's a 5 streak for OVO Bandit, sitting at 15-11. Air Expert 10-16, not doing horribly, but definitely still something that you would expect for him to pick up if his team wants to win this map. Persh gets the 2-piece right there. Really not just a strange performance from Persh, because you see just not a lot of engagement. 11-12, whereas his teammate is 18-14. So really just not getting in a lot of gunfights, which is something we don't normally see from Persh. He gets cut down from Expert right there. So we are now in our 3rd rotation of hills, and it is going to be tied any second now, I would imagine. So Speeder Raider actually gets 1 with his Trinity. So it won't be tied for the moment. They're able to pick up this time because of the Trinity right there. And they're just going to be trying to lock down these hills. You got Speeder Raider still breaking up that time. It's coming in on 2 minutes. Got 1 more contesting it. And he's going to get that kill as well. So he now has his kinetic. He did use both of his streaks though, and really just 1 kill out of it and some forced time out of the hill. But Slippery is also the first team to break the 200 mark as we start this 3rd rotation. Hershey gets 1, Speedy Raider gets the 2nd one, and OVO Bandit's going to be spawning all the way back cave, so going into this back turbine hill is going to be a very difficult one for Bandit and Expert to break, because they need to obviously get there as they had the bad spawn, and they need to have a very good hold, as Slippery is now just 30 points away from winning the game. So the first one is cut down. Oh, he gets caught reloading. Persh gets the kill right there, and that should very well be GG's right there. It's going to be contested right now. Just trying to get the time. Speeder Raider gets in. Cut down by Bandit. Bandit's not able to pick up the 2nd one, and there it is. Unless somehow... No. Alright. Host is into the game, so that is going to be it. 246 to 177 for Slippery. Good game right there. Very good performance from Speeder Raider. And let's throw it over to our analyst desk and see what they have to say about that one. So map 1 is going to go the way of Slippery, 250 to 177, and it didn't really look like it was going to be that way right off the rip. You saw Breezy go on a 6 kill streak as a team and almost a perfect hold on that first hill. But what really happened was whenever it got to that back laboratory hill, we really saw Speeder Raider begin to light it up a little bit. He started off, I believe, 0-4, 0-5, something like that, and he was able to get going and his gun skill just came from nowhere and started gunning people. He ends 24-16, a fantastic performance from him as they win 250 to 177, and it was a very close game for about the first 2 rotation of hills, but once that 3rd rotation hit, Spirited Raider just continued to just take over and lock down hills, and they were getting very good breaks on that back drill hill, and it was a very good performance from him and Persh to be able to break those hills and get those 2 pieces to lock down the time. On the other side, though, you have a 12-22 performance from Air Expert. And remember what I said, if he's not playing well, then he could be the reason they lose their maps. And we saw that right here. He goes 12-22, not able to contribute to the team that much. And he cost them the map, frankly. And it was just a poor performance from him. They lose the first map, go down 1-0 to Slippery. But next we'll have that throwback S&D. We'll get right into that after this break.